Hello folks, so today we're going to learn about how we can input and analyze our data using the statistical package for social sciences instead of doing it manually. So I'm going to give you a case that we're going to work with. Okay, I'll share my screen right away. So an intern counseling psychologist has prepared an anxiety scale that he administers every semester to students towards exams. So last semester's class had a mean of 12 and their distribution approximated a normal distribution. A sample of 13 students from this semester's class is selected and tested. The scores for these students are 7, 9, 8, 13, 10, 11, 7, 5, 8, 14, 6, 9, and 12. On the basis of the sample, what can the psychologist conclude? Tested alpha 0.05. So suppose the marks are distributed like they are on that table. I want you to take note of those scores. We're going to be using them. So maybe you can take a screenshot or you can write them. You can pause the video and write down these scores. We now want to go to our SPSS sheet. I'm sure you can now open your SPSS and let's see how we can input our data. Okay, so what we now do is we go to the variable view. When you go to the variable view, we now enter our variables. So the first one from that table of ours is the score. The score. Okay, so the score there, on the numeric, let's leave it like that. The width, let's leave it like that. The decimals, let's remove these decimals and leave it to 0. The label, we are now writing the, we are now expanding. What score is that? So we can write score of participant or score of student, since these are students. Okay, then the values, let's just write on the value, let's write 1, the label, let's write score. And let's click add. That's okay. Let's go to the next variable, which is the sex. Numeric, let's leave it like that. Width, let's leave it like that. Decimal, let's put a 0. On the label, let's write sex of student. All right, on the values, let's put the values that we have for sex. It's male and female, isn't it? So number 1, we can write male. And let's add that. Number 2, we can write female. Let's add that. When we're done, we say, okay, for now, I'll just put those 2 sex. I know people have other types, but for today, let's just do with male and female. The other variable is age. Let's leave there and decimal, okay, 0. The label, let's just write age of student. Okay, the scores, the values, we can categorize our age into groups. So we can have the first value there, the label, maybe let's say 18 to 21 years. So 18 to 21 years is our number 1. Number 2 is maybe 22 to 25 years. Number 3, we can have 26 to 29 years. Number 4, we can have 30 to 33 years. So when we are now inputting our data later on, we just input the codes. We won't write the actual years. Number 5, we can have 34 years and above. Okay, so we are done with our variable view. Okay, we can now go to our data view. So this is where we click data view. And we now enter our scores. Okay, so So I'm sure you've written down those scores. We can now enter them. Remember, the first one was 7, followed by 9, followed by 8, followed by 13, followed by 10, 11, 7, 5, 8, 14, 6, 9, and 12. The sex, remember that table, corresponding to 7 was a male, and male is 1. Corresponding to 9 was male, and male is 1. Corresponding to 8 was female, and female is 2. 13 is male, which is 1. 10 is female, which is 2. 11 is female, which is 2. 7 is female, which is 2. 5 is male, which is 1. 8 is female, which is 2. And 14 female, 2. 6 male is 1. 9 female is 2, and 12 female is female, which is 2 again. Now go to the age. So age, the first one there is 23 years. 23 years is bracket number 2, 22 to 25, so we write 2. The second one is 41 years, which is 34 years and above, 4. The third one is 32, which is bracket number 4, 32 to 33 years, so we write 4. Then the other one is 37 years, which is 34 years and above, so we write 5. The other one is 22 years, which is bracket number 2. Number 6, there, the one who scored 11 there is 21 years old, so it's 1. Okay, I want you to see where this is coming from. We can go back to our variable view and go to age. So you see that where we said 1 is 18 to 21 years. Anyone who is between 18 to 21 years will fall under 1. Okay, I left out the 1 there. Okay, then anyone who is 22 to 25 years, we write 2. Anyone who is 26 to 29 years, we write 3. Anyone who is 30 to 33 years, we write 4. Anyone who is 34 years and above, we write what? 5. That's where it's coming from, in case we can get confused. So the one who had a score of 7 is 24 years old, so it's 2. The other one is 25 years old, is 2. The other one is 26 years old, is 3. The other one, 23 years old, is 2. The other one is 19 years old, is 1. The other one is 22 years old, it's 2. And the last one is 20 years old, it's 1. So when we are done with this, we now need to analyze our data, but I'll save this first. I'll save this first. So I can save this as maybe SPSS practice. Okay. All right. So we can now go to our to analyze the data. I'll stop sharing for a bit. Okay. All right. So what do you do if you want to analyze our data? We go to analyze. Right at the top there, we look for the analyze function. We click analyze. We start with descriptive statistics, and then we go to frequencies. Let's click on frequencies. Let's select all the 3 variables and we move them to the right of the variable. Then select statistics. Let's choose what we want. We may want the mean, we may want the standard deviation. Continue. Let's look for charts, maybe 1 bar charts, and we want them as percentages. Continue. Okay, that's okay. Right. Maybe we also want to do a t-test. Let's click analyze again and go to compare means. Let's do a one sample t-test. So our test variable there is the score of the students. Let's move it to the right there. Our test value is the population mean, and our population mean there is 12, which is last year's score, 12. Okay, and let's click OK. Right, when we are done with this, we now go and check what the SPSS has done for us. Okay, so we are done. That's our scores, our frequencies. The standard deviation there is calculated. The frequencies, score of students, sex of student, age of students, it's all there. Our bar chart is there. Our t-test is there. Okay, our significant value there, 0.03 is less than 0.05, so we reject the null hypothesis. Our t-value is minus 3.754. Our standard error is 0.758. Okay, our standard deviation is 2.734. It's done. We reject the null hypothesis. We can compare with our own manual calculations to see if our answers are somewhat related. But that's it for now. I hope you've learned. See you next time. Thank you. My name is Dr. Siri.